Hello, my name's Lyndsay Beck. I'm a OT clinical specialist for mental health services for older people.
Hiya, I'm Claire McNichol. I'm one of the supernumerary senior occupational therapists at the moment in Broxtowe team.
Claire and I are going to talk about our experience of using MS Teams for interview. Claire and I interviewed Claire in April with Helen Caldwell right at the sort of start of lockdown. It was quite a complicated experience for me trying to set it up, but I just wanted to spend some time today talking to Claire about how you found it, Claire.
Yeah, I thought it was very different for me as well, because I'd never obviously done one before, and I think we'd done it in the middle of lockdown in April, so it was very different. But I found it you were so supportive as well beforehand, because we did a bit of a dummy run just to make sure on the day we were all sorted. But I thought it was better than doing it on the phone, because obviously we were face to face like now. I was able to put a name to a face after email correspondence and things. It was good as well because there wasn't any travelling involved, so it wasn't as nerve-wracking, I think, that a normal kind of interview would be. I think it was really good as well to meet staff that were on the team that I might have been joining. I was able to rapport build with yourself and Helen, and I think it was a really good experience to kind of get to know how the new world is with the kind of what we'll be doing more of, which is more MS Teams meetings and things. So it was a really supportive experience for me.
I know we used MS Teams a little bit after the interview to sort of talk about where you might be placed and to do a little bit of sort of the induction and support. How did that feel for you?
Yeah, I found that really helpful. I think it was because we did a couple of face-to-face teams. It was good to get the part of the induction done, and then we kind of had a chat about where I'd be placed, and it just kind of made me feel involved in the team as well, and just making sure that contact was kind of continued after getting the job, which was really supportive. And I think it helped for when I then started on the team, because I felt like I knew you, and obviously it was so helpful.
I think MS Teams is a little bit more personal than using the phone. You get a face and a bit of an expression and things like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, thanks so much, Claire. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lyndsay Beck, OT clinical specialist, and I've been joined by some of my colleagues today. Do you want to introduce yourself? Sarah, do you want to say?
I'm Sarah Blair. I'm OT and the MIA team leader.
Catherine.
Hi, I'm Catherine Pickens. I'm OT in the Working Age Dementia Diagnostic Service.
And Claire.
Hi, I'm Claire Wiley. I'm the occupational therapist for the Rushcliffe Older Adults Community Mental Health team.
So we're going to talk a little bit about how we've used MS Teams in terms of the Occupational Therapy Forum. I know that sort of Claire, you were mentioning some of the things that you felt about the face-to-face interaction and things.
Yeah, I think our feeling is that we do miss meeting face-to-face. There's definite benefits to seeing each other, not on a computer screen, but there have been some really positive things about being on Teams, and that is that there's a lot less travel because we're based in quite a big locality, and it just means that we can all come together, but you don't have to travel, so obviously it saves time, means people can dip in and out more easily. So I think that's one positive, and perhaps going forward, if we are meeting face to face, we'll always be able to have this on Teams at the same time, that so people can join in if they can.
Mm-hmm. I know, Catherine, you did a recent session for us about the assessment and motor process skills. Do you want to say a little bit about that?
Yeah. So a group of us did a recent presentation about our experiences using the AMPS, which is an evidence-based assessment that we use, which looks at people's occupational performance, and it's a really valuable tool that we want more OTs in MHSOP to use and be trained to use. But the real advantage, as Claire said, was that more people could access the training. We were able to record the presentation. So for those individuals that couldn't come, they're able to access it at a later date. For new people coming into the service, they can also listen, but it's really good evidence. Obviously it's saved, and it's a really good evidence base to show what we're doing in the forums and for our CPD.
Yeah, that's lovely. The other way that we've used MS Teams is we've done a bit of a daily chat. Sort of each day we've sort of put something on the MS Teams. I don't know how people have found that. I know sort of Claire, you've mentioned about that you had you've used it a bit for some practical and sort of advice, haven't you?
Yeah, I think definitely the positive has been that you sort of get that instant advice. So I had just an example of a lady that I went to see. She's a lady that's got schizophrenia and dementia diagnosis, and I was just struggling a bit because I'm having a problem with her seating, and it's quite a difficult situation, and so I wasn't sure of the best way to go. So I asked instantly my colleagues, you know, what would you do? What are your thoughts, suggestions? And I instantly got this, you know, response back of all the different things that might be worthwhile trying, and just people maybe had come across it thinking outside the box a little bit better. You know, it was just really nice. It was that peer supervision, I suppose, so got some really good ideas instantly from those people available, and have got a plan going forward for this lady. So really positive. Yeah,
it's really useful. Sorry, butting in there. It's really useful for not specific patient related things as well, and it could be practical things like where to find forms and how to order things. If you've not done it for a while, you forget, and you don't have to think, right, who's on duty where, that can help me. You can just put it on there and you get an answer straight away. But what I've found it really most useful and supportive for is actually more of a peer, call it emotional support, really. We're working, and I think OTs work in professional isolation quite often anyway. You'd be the only OT in the team, and now everybody is working in a much more isolated way because of COVID. So it's a way to have just normal conversations and connections that helps you to feel supported, and like you are still working with other people, and we're still working on the same thing, and we are still helping each other.
Yeah, and I like some of the stickers as well. They're quite fun.
Yes,
it's definitely morale boosting, isn't it, when you've got that instant access to your colleagues that you wouldn't normally see and now can't probably see. So, but also for the OT professional lead as well, Lyndsay, being able to access you and having your support is really, really useful, really beneficial as well. So it's really good to have that quick access and responsiveness.
So I think what we're saying is we recommend using MS Teams. So thanks everybody. Thank you.
Thank
you.
Thank you.